Hello everyone, so in today's video I want to share with you guys which country we're going to be moving to. In the last video I shared that we would be leaving Vietnam and you guys gave us some great advice. So anyway, let's cut right to the chase. We are moving to, drumroll, Bali, Indonesia. So Bali is one of the countries that I did mention that we were interested in moving into because it's still in Asia, number one, which is the reason why we wanted to stay still somewhere close to Vietnam if Vietnam was to ever reopen for tourism, and also it was offering a better visa option for us, so that's the one that we picked. First of all, why did we choose Bali? A lot of factors went into it, but it's just specifically with the lifestyle that we've seen that a lot of people in Bali have been having, and Bali seems to be like a pretty cool place to live. It seems like everybody has great villas and lots of great healthy food, and it seems to have a community very similar to Da Nang. So we're kind of excited to go check it out. I did check out the infrastructure in general, and I realized that some places, for example, if you're staying in Canggu, there's the beach. If you're staying in Ubud, there's the mountains. So I'm definitely gonna miss the fact that Da Nang had both and very short distance between each other. I mean, I've told you guys many times before, what I love about Da Nang, Vietnam specifically, is that you have the beach, the high-rise building, and also the mountain, all within like a 10-15 minute motorbike ride from each other. So this is something that is definitely not common in many places, so I'm definitely gonna miss that. But Bali seems to be a very cool place. There's so many digital nomads there, so I'm really excited to call it my home in a couple of months. I also want to break down more information for you guys because I am currently going to be moving, so I can document more of my process right now, so that if you're in the same situation where you're planning to move, whether you're in the US, Europe, wherever you are in the world, and you're trying to move abroad, maybe you can use this as an example so you can see the same things that I'm going to go through are going to be what you're going to experience. So make sure that you stick around for those types of videos by subscribing to the channel. So let's talk about ways for you to move abroad. So for us, since we're moving to Bali, the first and important thing that we had to look for is a visa. Obviously, if you're moving abroad, the most important step you're going to have to check is going to be the visa options. You have to check if you're getting a business visa, work visa, or you're getting a tourist visa. Bali at the moment is offering many different types of visas. I'm going to link some of the information in the description box. I went to the Indonesian website for immigration so I can make sure the information is legit, and as I told you guys before, make sure you do your research because things are changing every day with the pandemic. Okay, so although I'm telling you something right now with a visa, go check it, make sure that you can speak to an agent and things are correctly done. So we found a company that was recommended to us by Christian Vlog. Thank you so much, Lost the Vlog on YouTube. He recommended that we use this company. If you guys are interested in knowing that company as well, I'm gonna put my Instagram link in the description box for you guys. You guys can message me and I will send you their link directly. So yeah, so the first thing that we did is we searched for a visa option. Once we found the option, which is I'll put the name over there, the type of visa we're getting, we applied for that. We're still in the process of applying for it, so I'm going to explain to you what we had to do. So we had to fill out the basic information first, obviously giving our passport information and so on, and then the next one was that you had to have, it's not a health declaration, but you had to prove that you have health insurance. So I talked to you guys before about our health insurance abroad, which is Safety Wing. Safety Wing is great because it also covers you if you were to get COVID, and now most countries are not going to accept you if you don't have a health insurance that will cover you specifically for that, because it is such a big expense for them. And side note, if you guys do not have health insurance, I will leave the link in the description box for Safety Wing. It's only about between $30 to $40 a month, and it covers you for many things while you are abroad. So make sure you check that out. So we made sure that we send them the information that we have health insurance and it's valid and that will cover us. So those are the forms that you have to fill out. So once we sent that information over, we had to pay the fee. Things are changing constantly. I'm not gonna give you like a definite price, so I'm gonna put the information in the description box for you guys. We're waiting for a response because it takes about 3 days, and today is currently Friday, so we probably will have to wait over the weekend to get a response from them. So that's the first thing that we have to do, the visa. Now the next thing that we're gonna have to do is get our PCR test, our negative PCR test. So that is a test that proves that you do not have COVID, and that test needs to be administered 72 hours before your flight. So we obviously did not book a flight yet because we need to have proof that our visa is approved. Once that is approved, then the next step would be for us to buy our flight, and then we could schedule to get the PCR test a couple of days before that flight. Now actually, when we were on the subject of flights, I wanted to let you guys know about the flight options that are available. So now anybody that's coming into Bali, you will have to quarantine I believe at the moment it's still for 5 days in Jakarta. So what I've heard that you have to be very careful of is that if you're trying to book your flight, some places will allow you to book flights to Bali. However, you have to book the flight to Jakarta because that flight to Bali will be canceled. And what I realize a lot is a lot of people are getting their flights canceled, even different places in Vietnam. For example, us in Da Nang, if we are moving out of, if we're going to do an international flight, usually we will leave Da Nang and go to Saigon, because at the moment there are not a lot of flights flying out of Da Nang. So a lot of the big flights are coming from Ho Chi Minh City. However, Ho Chi Minh City at the moment is under strict lockdown. So we're hoping that our connecting flight could be just about maybe a 2-hour layover so that we don't have to leave the airport, but you never know. This is what we're just hoping, best case scenario. If not, there are some cases that I've heard of people, like once you leave the airport, that you might have to quarantine in Ho Chi Minh before leaving to going to another country. That's a little bit scary because if that was to happen, then our visa would overlap and we would overstay in Vietnam, which would cause them to probably charge us extra for staying past our visa date. This is when we realize we have a short time constraint, because we kind of have to book early to make sure that if anything happens, we are ready. So we're taking action right now towards getting the visa. Next, once the visa is approved, making sure we have a flight out, making sure we have a PCR test, so that whatever happens, we are following the rules and we're not getting blacklisted, which is one of my fears here. One thing I gotta tell you guys, it's definitely bittersweet that I have to move during the lockdown, because fortunately there's a lot of places that I would like to visit one more time that I don't know if I would be able to. So I'm hoping in the next couple of, maybe the next 2 weeks before I leave, hopefully Da Nang is opening up again. Actually, some good news, Hoi An has been open for tourism, so people are able to go there and visit. And the good news with Da Nang is that for the past 15 days we haven't had any new cases, so I think they're probably going to reopen it soon so that we can enjoy the beach and even go to more places and restaurants before we leave. So I'm kind of excited for this new journey in our life. You guys know how much we love Da Nang because of the high rise, the beach, and the mountains. And we look at different places in Bali where we could live and options that are there for digital nomads. So we're kind of excited to experience that a little bit and really give it a shot, because Da Nang has been amazing, but you know, we don't know what the future has to hold. So it seems like there's really cool villas. Like, I'm gonna experience this with you, because just like you guys, I've been looking at videos of Bali over the internet for many years, and even after watching Eat Pray Love, I mean, who hasn't thought of going to Bali since that movie? So I think it's going to be an interesting experience, and I'm excited to take you guys with me. I hope you guys enjoyed on today's video. I'm also going to share with you guys the whole process of us moving abroad so that you can have a real visual of what it's like, and also it's going to be great to have those memories of the time we lived in Vietnam and moved to Bali. All right guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.